23rd, 2026. January 23rd, 2026. And it is now time for the positive message for today. The positive message for today. But before I begin that, let me just begin with my verbal verification as to I am the one and only Octavia Gold Star, the one and only Octavia Gold Star. Now for my verbal public trademark, copyright, everything. Everything that I'm saying in this YouTube live stream is all of my ideas and creations coming from my mind, my thoughts, my lived experiences, and my opinions. And now for the title for the positive message for today. The title for the positive message for today will be, okay, so I did want to, I'm not going to wait for anyone to come. I'm not. So I'm just going to start because it can load up as a video. And if you all are interested, you can go back and look at it. If you may come across this video once it's made public, this live stream once it's made public. And so, but the title will be the trauma, the therapy, the healing, and then it's going to be in parentheses, G-O-D, love inspires. And so that is the title for the positive message for today. I'm just going to go to one of my positive messages over music that, you know, that fits well with this positive message for today. And it will be, actually it's going to be two of them today, so I'm going to go right now to it. And where is it? Okay, so let me see. Oh, here it is. It's perfectly well.
A trauma that we have not recovered from is a trauma that we will not heal from. And it is also a trauma that will continue to haunt us until we have fully recovered.
It's a very
So much trauma,
sensitive,
Lord. So much trauma,
a very
Lord.
sensitive
From my past,
title, I want to
please,
say,
Lord,
and that I'm speaking of. And so
much trauma, Lord.
I want to say that most of us may, capital M-A-Y, may have experienced trauma. And so what trauma is, and maybe some people may not even know that they have experienced trauma. Some of us may not know. Some of us may not know that we have experienced trauma. So trauma is something that is inside, like a pain or harm that may have been caused, or, you know, it's very hurtful, it's pain, it's disturbing, And so, if you have experienced trauma in your life, in your past, as far as maybe your childhood, maybe you've went through some trauma in your childhood, or you may be experiencing trauma now, or maybe when you were a teenager, but at some point in your life, I go looking this way again and that way. I want to keep my eyes on the camera and making that a habit for me to do that. So, but if you have experienced trauma,
from my past, Lord, please, Lord,
you
from all this trauma,
will know on the inside.
So much trauma.
You will know on the inside because it hurts. It hurts. But I'm going to say you may know. I'm going to say you may know because some people don't know, or either they have just went on with their lives. They have just went on with their lives, and you know, and some people will say, you know, well, life is life. It's a part of life. And, you know, people go through things in life. But in my opinion, you may have experienced trauma in your life, as far as things that you may have hurt you in your childhood, or abuse, or I'm going to say things that may have harmed you in your childhood, just disturbing, harmful things that may have taken place in your childhood, maybe when you were a teenager, and your middle adulthood, your young adulthood, or maybe your adulthood now. If you have experienced trauma, if you may have experienced trauma, or maybe you haven't noticed that you have, or maybe you don't know what trauma is. And again, it is something that it has harmed you, that is disturbing, like a hurtful pain. Something that's harm has been caused upon you. It could have been maybe it's something that you've seen. And you say, you know what, that is so traumatizing to me. I can't get that out of my mind. The things that I saw when I was growing up, I heard when I was growing up. You could have experienced it as a child, a teenager, in your middle young adulthood, your right now wiser now adulthood, I want to say. It's called trauma. It's called trauma. And I'm going to say, in my opinion, a lot of people may not like what I'm going to say. They might even refuse to even hear. But I'm saying in my opinion, because I have experienced this, I'll speak a little bit more on that too. In my opinion, if there is not therapy that is put in place, you may not heal from that. You may not heal. So I'm saying in my opinion, and the reason why I'm saying in my opinion, because some people say, well, I have my own ways of healing from my past trauma. They would say, I have my own ways of how I want to heal. And you do. It's your choice. It's your choice on how you want your healing process to be. But I'm going to say, in my opinion, if you have not once, so many times, it's a scheduled visit to a therapist, and it might be ongoing for quite some time. It might be ongoing for quite some time. If you have not went to a therapist, sat down with a therapist, someone that you can have a good relationship, like a good therapist that you can get along with, and that you may feel like, I think this is a good one, the good therapist that I can share what I've went through in my life with, and I, feel like that it's a match. It's a good connection is what I'm saying. Because some people, might go to a therapist and say, it's not a good connection. I just feel like this therapist is not helping me, and I'm still feeling like I may be still going through some of the things, I might be still going through some of the things, and it's not helping. And why did I say up here? Because up here in your mind, you go through things, and you might think that you can handle it yourself. But in my experience, you cannot. And so I'm going to speak a little bit about my experience in my past trauma that I believe that I am healed. I'm healed from it. And I'm going to say why, and I'm going to speak on some of my experience and my past as far as trauma. Childhood trauma, which as you being a child, you cannot help that. You cannot prevent that. You are a child. You have people that should be looking after you, watching over you. And so you cannot help that some of the pain and disturbing things that may harm you as a child, as it is called trauma. So that I did experience as a child. And right away, I knew that it was causing harm to me. I knew that. So as a kid, I opened my mouth and I said something for once. For one, I opened my mouth and I said something a little while, after a little while, because as a child, when you're being traumatized, you're also being manipulated. I want to say you're being manipulated, and you may be afraid to speak up. You may be afraid to speak up because maybe the person that is causing harm to you as you being a child may just say, and if you go and tell somebody, this will happen, this may happen, this may happen. And so you don't tell anybody, but what happens as you being a child, it will start to show in your behavior. Things that you didn't used to do as a kid, it will show up. And I want to say mostly, in my opinion, it may start to show up outside of the home, maybe at school. I'm saying in my opinion, because I experienced that, but I didn't understand it. I just knew that this harm, this disturbing harm and pain had taken place in my life. And so, like I said, I finally opened up my mouth and I said something. But because I opened up my mouth and said something does not mean that my healing journey had begun. Well, I had to have the choice to say, yes, I do want therapy. I do want therapy. So I began to do the therapy. And so through my teens, as me being 18, I began to do the therapy. But what happened, because of some of the things that I had experienced as a child, as far as trauma, it began to, like, as I said, show up in my behavior. So I began to do things that was challenging. I had a challenged teen life, and I was still going to therapy. The therapy didn't help because as being with a therapist, I believe, you will have to share certain things with the therapy that the therapy can, somehow reach you and begin to, say to you, use his or her education from them learning about being a therapist and the know-how of knowing how to reach you to help you. You have to be willing to open up and share, I want to say, everything that you may have experienced as far as the trauma in your life. You can't hold anything back. And I think with me, as me going to a therapist in my teens, when I was a teenager, I was like really rebellious, and I was just like still angry. And I maybe did not know how to pull out some of these things that I was experiencing, or maybe I didn't even know what it was. And I think I may have felt like it was my fault. And because when you're a child, you don't know any better. And so I'm going to take you all the way through to my adulthood. So some way, somehow, as me believing that, listening to others and say, oh, you don't need a therapist. Just come to church. You come to church, you'll be all right. You will be all right. It's going to heal you if you're in church. It didn't heal me. Now, G-O-D, love inspires. Yes, I love you. I love you, G-O-D. But I'm going to say G-O-D put people in place. He give them gifts. He give them gifts to be able to reach you. Just like you may have any gift that you have, that you know that you have, that's your gift, that's your talent, that's your passion. You have therapists out here it is their passion to be able to sit down with others, to work with them onto what their license says that they can do as far as them being a therapist, because there are different type of therapists out here. So I'm going to say, as me being a teen, it didn't help. It didn't help. I think I became more rebellious in my mind and my thinking because of the trauma. I became more rebellious and more, I want to say, isolated as me being a teen, and knowing that that pain was still inside of me, that disturbing pain was still inside of me. I carried it on to my adulthood. And so sometimes if you have experienced a trauma and you're not fully healed from it, it would begin to also show up as a pattern, as a pattern, as a pattern. I'm going to say that word again, as a pattern, for the pain that may have caused you in your childhood and maybe now on to your teens, that you have been experiencing that same pattern that you may continue to go through. I continue to go through some of that same stuff in my adulthood. Some of those same things in my adulthood that I'm going to say that's my young adulthood, my young adulthood. And so, but then one day I said, you know what? You know what? And this is my past experience that I'm sharing with you all. I said, you know what? No more. And for some, I don't know, I didn't plan for it to happen. And people have different ways of, starting their healing process. And for me, it was the Atavia name for me. People have different ways. This is my way that helped me. This is my way. And so, my name, I felt like the name that I was giving as a child, it carried so much heavy weight and pain for me. So much heavy weight and pain for me. I was like, I don't want to be that person anymore, because that person with that name went through so much trauma, so much hurt, so much pain, that the Atavia Gold Star is my healing name. This is my healing name. This is my new healing me. And it was the beginning of something brand new for me. And I'm not saying that that may work for all, but everyone have a beginning of their healing process and journey, or how they may choose to heal. So I'm going to say the Atavia Gold Star was mine. The beginning, I'm going to say the beginning for when Atavia Gold Star came. Atavia Gold Star, which is always believe in myself, try again, always follow my dreams in my heart in a positive way. And the rest of the acronym meaning of Atavia. The trauma was still there. It still didn't help. It did not help. And I was still experiencing some of these things that from my childhood, where the trauma started, where it was activated in my life, that trauma was activated in my life. It carried me through my adulthood. Even with me, I would be smiling outside to people, just in saying positive things, from the things that I have done in my past and things. But I will go home and still be so very sad and crying, just sometimes being at home to myself, not in front of others, but to myself, just crying for no reason. And I didn't understand. I'm like, now I'm Atavia. Gold Star. Why am I crying? I'm going to church. I'm reading my Bible. I'm doing everything that I can say that I am being healed. I'm healed. I'm healed. I'm healed. I'm healed. I'm in church. God, I know you're healing me. You're healing me. But yet, I was still experiencing all of this sadness and this hurt and this pain, disturbing. I'm going to say crying. And I'm going to say just crying for no reason at all. But it wasn't for no reason, for it was the pain that was still within me. Excuse me, I need some water. Okay, so. From my past, Lord, please, Lord, recover me from all this trauma. So I'm going to say, come here, Mike. I don't even think I had the mic back right here, but I'm going to say so. No, I didn't, because I can hear myself real good now. Okay, so I'm going to say, we have planned our recovery process. I'm going to say, from in my adulthood, going home still crying, having everything that I wanted. I'm a go-getter. I'm a go-getter. I don't need the title of being rich, billionaire. To know that I'm already rich and I'm a go-getter. I know how to go and get the things that I want without that title I'm going to say. I know how to go and get the things that I want. There are things that I still want as far as my career, but I mean just things around me and having things around me. I know how to go and get that. And so, yeah, you know how to go get all of that and have all the material things that you want. But if you have experienced the trauma from your childhood, your teens, your middle, young adulthood, to your wiser adulthood, and you have not gotten the proper therapy that you are entitled to. You are most entitled to the proper therapy. You are deserving of all of that. You are deserving of all of your healing. You deserve all of that. For someone to sit down with you and give you special attention and listen to you, so you can let all of that out. I'm going to say, finally in my life, I finally came across a therapist that was willing to listen to me. Very patient, calming therapist that didn't tell me what was going on with me, but listened to me. And by, I'm going to say her having a listening ear, and just letting me talk, it finally came out. What was bothering me the whole time, it finally came out after 5 years now. And this is 5 years of going, just like I'm doing my YouTube channel since October 2nd. I've been here for my therapeutic rehearsal session since October 2nd of last year. I've been here each night all the way up until last night. 113 days, and I'm going to continue that because that is something that I love as my self-care and self-love that I experience you all to also, I'm encouraging it to you all as self-care and self-love. It's much needed. So I'm going to say, until I ran across a therapist that I connected with, that I felt like, wow, she's listening to me. She's actually listening. She's giving me time to pull out some of these things. And some things I was saying, it was not even, I'm going to say, maybe it wasn't even relevant. It came out as anger. For the anger was within me. Somehow it was still within me because I couldn't even understand how could I still be carrying the trauma when I'm doing everything that's right. I'm Octavia Gold Star. I have this name now. It's saying saying that I always believe in yourself. Try again. I am a gold star. It's right here. And then I'm going to church. I'm going to shut-ins. I'm in the upper room. I'm going to what they call it, revivals. I'm going to Bible study. I'm going to Wednesday night Bible study. I'm doing everything that's right. How can this trauma be still inside of me? And I'm going to say, I believe the secret is that I didn't have anybody that I could say that I could trust to speak to what really had taken place in my life as a child that would sit down and give me time for me to even be able to reach where that pain, that disturbing pain was coming from. So, after 5 years of going to therapy, I think it maybe started out once a week. Once a week, or was it twice a week at first? But maybe once a week. Twice a week for a little bit, and then once a week. Ran across this therapy. Thank you to the company that referred me to her. Thank you. It was a group, like a group. I went to a group and someone referred me to her. I met her. She said, well, how did you meet me? I said, well, so-and-so from so-and-so referred me to you. And so, of course, the process of the intake took place. The process of the intake took place, and, you know, if it's a match, you begin to say, you know what, I think you are the right one for me. I want to continue my services with you. And it was a healing journey from week to week to week to week. And some of these things that, you know, she went over with me, I didn't even know that it was part of, like, trauma. I was like, huh? Really? I'm like, that's me. I'm like, that's me. And it was so amazing. Like, the healing journey was so amazing. So I'm going to say the end result of why I found out what I was going through is that it was not my fault. I thought that it was my fault. I said it was my fault. I should have done something, and I didn't know. So I'm just going to leave that at that. But I'm going to say, so if you are experiencing any of that, in my opinion, until you find a therapist that you can connect with, that may listen to you, will listen to you, let you talk. If you want to talk for like the entire session, talk for the entire session, but pulling out that hurt and that pain that, you know, that is deep within you, that will finally come out, you say, there it is. All that time. That's what it was. Until you go to therapy and sit down with a therapist, you may not be fully healed. I want to say you may not be fully healed. Because I'm going to say again, I thought that some of these other things that I was doing, that I was healing myself. I said, I'm healed, I'm in church. Yes, I'm around the fruit of the Spirit. They're praying over me. We're praying, you know, what they call it, the prayer warriors. I'm healed. I'm praying for myself. I'm praying, and I'm healed. I was not. And as I was saying, and as I said earlier, it may sometimes come out as a pattern. It might sometimes come out in a behavior. You might, you know, be doing things, and you might be like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why am I experiencing this same pain, disturbing pain, harmful, or maybe, you know, abuse, or, you know, why? It's because maybe, just maybe, you have not connected with the therapist that you can connect with and share, and a therapist that will listen to you, that is patient enough to sit down with you and, listen to you, to bring all of that out of you. And so I'm going to say the positive message for today was the trauma, the healing, and trauma, therapy, and healing. Trauma, therapy, and healing. In parentheses, G-O-D, love inspires. And the reason why I put that in parentheses at the end, for it is G-O-D, love, that inspires me, continues to inspire me each and every moment of our lives, even right down to this moment that I am able to sit right here right now. And I gave you, the positive message for today: trauma, therapy, healing. I believe that I have broken down this positive message for today. I believe that I have broken down this positive message for today. I see that there are a few texts in the chat. A few texts in the chat. So I am now going to change the positive message. Okay. So I'm going to come and check your text in the chat. Space in your life stepped into until you stumbled upon. This is why I love this positive message. Everybody, let's come on. Everybody, let's rock into the light. Everybody, let's rock. Come on. Everybody, let's rock. I'm gonna say to BHAPUDIVARE. Yes. Opportunity. G-O-D, love inspires. Purpose and passions. I love it so much. More than the word love itself. I love it. So I'm going to say BHAPUDIVARE. Have a positively and beautiful Thursday to you. Thank you so much for your positively and beautiful prayer hands in the chat. Thank you so much for coming over to hang out with me. And then I'll say have a positively and beautiful Friday to you. I believe I said Thursday, did I? Today is Friday. And so I'm going to say, let me see, BHAPUDIVARE. Okay. BHAPU. Let me see. DIVARE. Hi. BHAPUDIVARE. Thank you so much again for coming over to hang out with me today on Friday. DIAGOFLORES is saying hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful to you. Thank you so much for coming over to hang out with me today on Friday. Have a positively and beautiful Friday to you. Thank you so much for your positively and beautiful text in the chat. Classy and fabulous, chic. And so I'm gonna say to R-O-N, Ronnie, the first beginning of your name is saying, hey, Ronnie, have a positively and beautiful Friday to you. Thank you so much for coming over to hang out with me. Come on. Everybody, let's rock into the light. Everybody, let's rock. Come on. Everybody, let's rock. Okay, so rock into the light. Everybody, let's rock. Oh, come on. Have a positively and beautiful, beautiful Friday to you. ISREAL. Thank you so much for coming over to hang out with me. So I believe that is all the text in the chat. And then if I miss your text in the chat, it is not intentional at all. So I'm going to say thank you again to all of you for your text, your positively and beautiful text in the chat, and for coming over to hang out with me. I'm going to do my special thank yous right now. I'm going to say thank you so much to the producers who continue to produce these beautiful melodies and music. These beautiful melodies and music for my singles and albums. I'm going to say thank you so much to YouTube for the platform. Thank you so much to YouTube for the platform. Thank you so much to the recording music engineers that mix and master all of the music for my singles and albums. Thank you so much to my distribution company for your continued support and your help. I want to say thank you so much to those of you who continue to download and stream my positive messages over music and continue to create those beautiful TikTok videos for my positive messages over music. I'm going to say thank you to the amazing geniuses. You know who you are, the leaders and legends, the legends and leaders who continue to pave the way for up and coming artists and all. I'm going to say thank you so much to you all for stopping by, for your positive and beautiful text in the chat, for watching, for viewing, for coming over to hang out with me. You know, and to say, what is this Atavia Gold Star is doing over here on her YouTube channel with all this positivity? I thank you so much for subscribing. If you have subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. But to the greatest one of all, the greatest one of all, G-O-D, for it is your love who continues to inspire us all each and every moment of our lives. Now, this is my single that is out, G-O-D, Love Inspires. I just want to see you for a moment until it is, finished. Dreams and visions, opportunity, G-O-D, love inspires your heart desires. Knowledge is power. Opportunity, G-O-D, love inspires purpose and passions, worthy and value, classy and fabulous. When doors close, others will open. Just don't give up. Dreams of visions. Knowledge is power. Opportunity, G-O-D, love inspires your heart desires. Worry and value, classy and fabulous. Just don't give up. Dreams of visions, G-O-D, love inspires. God, love inspires. Yes, I love it so much. I love it so much. I am now going to be in the process of closing down. And I'm going to say to you all, if you all are interested, tonight, my would it be my 114th night? I believe last night was my 113th night. My 114th night for my therapeutic rehearsal sessions tonight. 7 days a week, beginning at 6:30 or 7. And so for the positive message for today, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, starting at 6:30 to 6:55, 5 days a week. And so I thank you all so much again for coming today. I see that there are a few more texts in the chat, and I'm going to check them because I love acknowledging you all's texts. So no matter what they are saying, I'm going to always say, have a positively and beautiful Friday to you all. Thank you so much for coming over to hang out with me. Israel. Is it Israel? Israel, such a beautiful name. Israel. What's this song? It is a single that is out that is called G.O.D. Love Inspires. G.O.D. is on most platforms. Written by Octavia Goldstar, performed by Octavia Goldstar. Thank you so much, Israel. Israel. Thank you so much for your positively and beautiful question in the chat. Thank you so much. Classy and fabulous. Classy and fabulous. And so Israel said, crazy. I'm going to say to you again, Israel, thank you so much for your text in the chat. Have a positively and beautiful, I'm going to say, Friday to you. And that's all I'm going to say about that, Israel. Thank you so much for coming over to hang out with me. RAYOONAH, it says, love the glasses. Love the glasses. Thank you so much, RAYOONAH. Have a positively and beautiful Friday to you. And thank you so much for coming over to hang out with me. RAYOONAH is saying, are they for sale? How much do you want to spend for them? How much do you think I should sell them for? RAYOONAH. Thank you so much for your positively and beautiful text in the chat. Again, I'm gonna say to you, RAYOONAH. Classy and fabulous, chic, and thank you so much for coming over to hang out with me. And so RAYOONAH is saying also the rings. Thank you so much again, RAYOONAH. And again, have a positively and beautiful Friday to you. And so let me see. RAYOONAH. Can you sing any? I don't even know any songs from that. I don't even know any from that. But you know, RAYOONAH. I'm gonna say have a positively and beautiful Friday to you. Okay, so let me see. There are more texts in the chat. Well, you know, this is my favorite part of, doing my lives. Is, and so if they are my favorite parts of doing the live, just know that, when I see them, no matter what they're saying, I'm going to say, have a positively and beautiful Friday to you. Thank you so much for coming over and hanging out with me. Yes, I am. I'm going to say that regardless of what it is, because you're over here and you're hanging out with me. And so I'm still going to thank you for that. And so I'm going to look and let me see. So, RAYOONAH. Okay, so I did read yours. Okay, I'm going to go down to now. ALYTHENOOB. T said, Soup girl. Thank you so much for your positively and beautiful text in the chat. Have a positively and beautiful Thursday to you. Classy and fabulous. Classy and fabulous. Chic. Chic. Thank you so much. ALYTHENOOB 2 for coming over to hang out with me today. And so, as you are a surgeon, Surgeon X is saying greetings from CORUM. Let me see. Brother, I'm having tea. I'm going to say, have a positively. Hold on. Hold on. May the smile be so contagious that you all are smiling too. I need some water right now. Okay. Cannot wait until my life is over so I can drink my entire glass of cold water. And so I'm going to say, okay, let me go back to that. Okay, let me see. Surgeon X, have a positively and beautiful, beautiful Friday to you. Thank you so much for coming over to hang out with me. And so let me see. There are more here. One more, I'm thinking. One more. And so, POTTETETETET. Hey. I'm going to say, when you're over here, you all are welcome. You all are welcome. It does not matter who you are. You can have the most trillionaire, money put somewhere. You can be the most richest, the most famous. Whoever you are all welcome. For my positive messages has unlimited worth to it. It has unlimited worth to my positive messages. There is no digits put on it. There is no name put on it to say who should be here and who shouldn't. You all are welcome. Go on and tell somebody that you all are welcome. For that may be a message for everyone. You just never know when you come over and I open up my YouTube live to you, which is my YouTube house. My hospitality to you is my positive messages to uplift you and inspire you and encourage you to grow, to be your more greater and better selves, to live your more greater and better lives, encouraging you to dance more, sing more, laugh more, smile more, and that positive message may just be for you. But when you came over, you might feel like, I'm going to put something negative here. It might just be how you're feeling on the inside. But when you come over, maybe the negative may turn into a positive. And so I'm saying that with all the positive love here in my heart, from mine to yours. So I'm going to say thank you so much. Thank you so much, you all, for your positive and beautiful text in the chat. I'm going to say that. And I'm going to say, too, let me see, let me make sure. POTTTTT. Have a positive and beautiful Friday to you. Thank you so much for coming over to hang out with me today. And so I am now in the process of closing down. I'm going to go to the positive message that I will always go to. The positive message that I will always go to when I am closing down. And it's such a very beautiful way to close out my lives. And that will be, it is...
positive love, positive love, positive love, positive love.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Book me, Octavia Gold Star. Like, share, comment. Like, share, and comment. Like me and hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Share me and share this YouTube live stream or this YouTube, channel with someone. And you say, you know what, bro? You know what, sis? You know what, girl? You know what, man? I know a YouTube channel. I know a YouTube channel. Book me, Octavia Gold Star. Maybe it's coming up in conversations. You just never know who you may be helping out. I'm going to say comment. Do comment because I do check those comments and I will reply to your comments. I'm going to say hit the alert bell for notifications. Hit the alert bell for notifications. You hitting the alert bell will most definitely notify you when I'm uploading a video or a live. I might just do a pop-up live or a pop-up video. And again, I'm going to say to you all, you hitting the alert bell will most definitely alert you to when I am uploading, notify you when I'm uploading a video. I'm going to say to you all, go on and tell someone, y'all better get over there to Octavia Gold Star YouTube channel. She ain't doing nothing over there. She ain't doing nothing over there. But she's doing something. She's encouraging us to smile more, dance more. She's encouraging us to, live a more greater and better lives, to grow, to be more better and greater. She is, you know what? Octavia Gold Star said, all are welcome. All are welcome. She is also encouraging us to dance more and sing more. I'm going to say, have a positive and beautiful and safe Friday and weekend to you all. Positive love, positive love, positive love, positive love, positive love. See you next time.